Alright, what's going on, fellas? Uncle Time. I'm a very bad egghead, but I am egghead dash nonetheless. I should have realized that this thing would pop up again. So Gant says he has nothing to do with the forgery, and against that we are to present the unstable jar. We're about to confront him about the fact that he kept this in a safe in his office. Specifically the part that, has Emma written on it. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery, but I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Well, he doesn't really need to back himself up. It's that I need to be able to back up the fact that he did, commit a forgery, and I can't. So, alright. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. See, take this jar, for example. I was sort of trespassing there, though, so... That's the blue badger you showed us earlier! No, it's a jar. It's a jar. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe by me. ... Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk, and don't forget the handprint as well. See, it was found where? You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation, or not, maybe not concrete proof, but pretty damning in any case. Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this? Oh, here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery. Worthy isn't the defense attorney, he's a prosecutor. Who, me? Or do you mean you? Is he trying to claim that I'm forging evidence now? That'd be an interesting way to turn the tables. Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Hey, exclamation points. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know? Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Rido? I'm not. However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. He wasn't worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. Haha, Dick. Except you would have to actually prove, in order to do that it was actually forged in the first place. Although, actually, no, he really doesn't, because that means all he has to do is prove that he trespassed, which is pretty easy to do so. What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. At which point, wouldn't he just quit? Yes, well, neither detective's presence. I guess he could just be fired or something. Please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office, and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My. See, kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. So we need his testimony to bridge the gap, I guess he's saying. Evidence and forgery, witness testimony. Let's see, what was it now? A jar fragment and a list. For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. I think I can see. Perhaps I could present the Emma's fingerprints. What's it called, the little fingerprint wiper thing. If they were found after Doc was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in the forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Okay, I'm still probably gonna press statements, instead of just going to present things right off the bat. Excuse me. Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor. What investigating the crime scene? You should have been more careful to observe protocol. Again, it's not, the text isn't going fast enough for me to see. You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. I was like, indeed, I believe I will press charges so you won't make the same mistake again. Well, I think, he still does have me on trespassing. I guess, well, the charges will be dropped if it turns out to be true, I guess. It really shouldn't be. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know, the last day of the something. Alright, gee, in return, though. I know, that place, right? But let me guess. I just totally, I'm calling that they're like secret lovers or something, and the judge is gonna have to give them a blowjob or something. I don't know. Anyway, see, what are these guys, telepathic? I guess we're not gonna have any further, I guess maybe we'll figure it out later. Oh, it's a forgery. Well, I know you could have planted them in my office. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop making these ridiculous allegations. I mean, yes, he's gonna just say that he would appreciate the same. Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that. Oh, yeah. What? I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch. What? Okay, see. But Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Are you saying that I would? Am I trying to prove that I wouldn't have the guts? Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry in the evidence, can you? Here. If you have proof to the contrary, you're going to need it later. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm all. Don't tell me I have the hiccups now. See, later. What are you talking about? What else? I'm talking about when your fingerprints are found. On what? Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they would prove your investigation was illegal. Yeah, it kind of was. He still does have me there. I've never faced anyone as slimy as this guy. I mean, you know, he has the Fourth Amendment. We broke his Fourth Amendment rights, is really the deal here. Well, this takes place in Japan, so I'm not, it kind of takes place in LA and kind of Japan at the same, it's Los Japangelus, I guess you could call it, cause, it was made in Japan, but then localized, and so they moved the location, but the dialogue is the same. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. What do you mean by that? Excuse me. This is all purely hypothetical, of course, but suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery. If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery, I'm not through speaking yet, Mr. Wright. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered, which was yesterday. If they're found after Doc was convicted, then they're worthless. Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation? It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Doc was sentenced. Can we potentially look at the two evidence, or I guess if one evidence list, and see if it was on there? And see. Oh, wouldn't that be convenient? Right. Exclamation. The Chief is talking about a possibility, so long as you can't rule that out. Your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. I think Edgeworth is kind of on my side here, and he's actually just trying to give me a point. This isn't the direction I need to be going. Tell me something I don't know. Come now, Mr. Wright, think about it. There's no reason I'd participate in the forgery. How can you look me in the eye and say that? Because I'm innocent! Exclamation point. Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil? That'd be Emma. I'm not sure I care for the word murder here. Yeah, it would be manslaughter. Well, the other person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Skye. Well, now do you see? I see. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Really, Chief Gans? At the very least, there is one very large benefit you've reaped from all this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? It's like the whole social justice privilege argument. You know, white people benefit from institutionalized racism or something, and of course the benefits are never stated. That would of course be the position you have, Chief of Police. Oh, see, the fact that they put Dark away did lead to that. So, the resolution of the S Alliance has secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive. Ho ho ho! Oh! Excuse me. That's a good one. Why do I always yawn at the worst times? I swear, like, I don't, like, just randomly yawn like this when I'm doing anything else. Not just, like, when I'm sitting at my computer. It kind of happens when I'm playing, say, Five Nights at Freddy's, but not to this nearly the same degree. Like, say, huh? Probably because I don't have to talk as much for that. Do you really think I'm that incompetent? What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SO9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Andrew? Yes, he was going to be made chief anyway. Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. For Wayne, I guess? Or Emma? See, don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people that I look out for. Me, myself, and I. See, there, it's out in the open now. See, Archie, would you mind if I change my testimony? So, he's going to add another statement. See, by all means, please do. So, I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. Okay, so this is probably what we're going to have to present against. So let me take a state. I'm going to press it first, though. But, you know, taking a state means I don't have to come back later. Nothing in it for you. Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Elena's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you better think again. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. So, he didn't kill Neil Marshall. I think that much is established. But he killed Goodman. The question is why? You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Oh ho ho! Oh, that's a good one, Worthy. Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Let's see. I'm going to take a state, but I'm actually going to point out an accomplice. I think, Let me check the court record. Profiles. Who might they have been? See, the only person I can think of is Lena. Say, no. Lena, say, no, let's see. That's a rather short list of people, actually. Okay. I'm going to try and point out an accomplice. It might not work, say, sure, you might not help out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Dot dot dot. Mr. Wright! It appears you're positively determined to betray the chief. As a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. Oh, okay. That's not what I mean. Very well, alas, who is this person you believe Chief Cat may have helped forge evidence? It would be Lena Sky. That's the only one I can think of.